Hey everyone, we're so glad you're joining us today. We're going to have a quick little interview moment. We're very excited about our virtual reading of Down in the Holler next weekend, September 26th. And today we have our playwright, our winning playwright from the 2020 Trustus Playwrights Festival. Val Dunn is here. Welcome, Val. And joining us also is our director of the reading and the piece, is company member and past artistic director, my boss forever, Miss Dewey Scott-Wiley. How are you doing?
Hey y'all, I'm good.
Awesome. So we're gonna I'm gonna ask a few rapid fire questions from each of you, all right? So just say whatever comes to mind. You're not like signing a legal document here. So here we go. 5 questions each. Val, favorite food?
Oh, Thai food.
Excellent. Dewey, favorite movie?
Maybe Terms of Endearment.
Excellent. Valerie, scale of 1 to 10, 10 being best, how much do you like musical theater?
7.
Okay, good. Scale of 1 to 10, 10 being best, Dewey, how much do you like fiction novels?
I would say about a 7.
Okay, good. I started reading Rage by Bob Woodward last night.
Unfortunately, not fiction. Yeah.
No, unfortunately not. Val, back to you. What's your hometown?
Westminster, Maryland.
Oh, exciting. We just kind of covered that before we started recording. Dewey, what's your hometown?
Mine is Bayville, Long Island, New York.
Yes, excellent. All right, Val, registered to vote?
Certainly am.
Dewey, same question.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. We don't have to talk anymore about that. Val, we're kind of going back to food, I'm sorry. Favorite Mediterranean dish?
Oh, does hummus count?
Yeah, excellent. Hummus is on the board. Dewey, favorite Mexican dish?
Well, cheese dip. Does that count?
Yes, it does. Excellent. All right. Well, that's our game. We're all warmed up and ready for a little interview here. We just kind of want to know a little bit more about you, Val. What makes you tick as an artist? What are your inspirations? What kind of theater do you love to experience and create? You can answer that however you like.
Awesome. I like theater, and I try to make theater that gathers people into a room and nurtures a sense of community. So I'm struggling a bit to figure out how to do that over Zoom, but I like plays that are big and scrappy, plays that have tons of heart. I'm really passionate about social justice and racial justice issues, as well as queerness, feminism, issues of class. But at the same time, I love comedy, I love fart jokes, anything that can sort of bring down the barriers of a pretentious theater so that we can like connect to each other.
I love it. So was there anything, I mean, not to get too into your personal life, but what inspired you to write Down in the Holler? Because we fell in love with these roles for 4 actors and this story that felt, very specific to the people in the show, but felt very universal in the who are we when we are with other people. So where did this play come from for you?
Down in the Holler started as a pleasure project. I wanted to write a play featuring lesbians and only lesbians, because that is a type of theater that I crave and constantly search for and constantly don't find. And then I was fortunate enough to go through a breakup that helped give a lot of fuel to my writing. But ultimately, I wanted to write a play about the depth of human connections and the confrontation of our past and our present selves.
Beautiful. And so, Dewey, I'll throw that to you. I got the sneak peek of watching you guys record last weekend. So maybe my first question is, what are some of the discoveries you've had? Because I know you and the cast have been working all month. How's it gone from the page to the virtual stage for you at this point?
Well, there's been so many fun discoveries, and I love that it is very much a lesbian play, and it's very universal at the same time. I mean, I think one of the things that was really fun to discover, and discover just different sort of shades and flavors of, was, a lot of times we're in a relationship and we idealize what it would be like if we were in a different or more grown-up relationship, and then sometimes we get in that kind of relationship and we sort of romanticize the nostalgic, simpler relationships, right? And so I think it has a lot to say about those kinds of things, and which is more our authentic self, who we started out as when we were 22, or are we constantly evolving and changing? And can you really go back? So all of that was really fun to work on.
That's awesome. So people may not know this. I know, like with our last event, people had a lot of questions about how did you do it. So you've actually been working on a lot of virtual theater this summer, and you know, not to tell all your business online, but I know you were like ahead of this whole academic curve because you learned how to teach virtually years ago with a specialty class. So what's fun about virtual? What's challenging about virtual? I mean, when does it work? When does it not? What do you think?
Well, I mean, in the absence of doing any theater at all, I mean, it's a great way to get together and connect. And so building some kind of theater connection virtually is really just food for the soul. I mean, like, thank God we can do this, right? But, I think being in the room is really what it's about, being there in the room with each other and with the audience. And so this has been a really fun project to work on the connections and the intimacy that's needed with these characters in a virtual world. It's been really challenging, but really exciting, because I feel like we unlocked a lot of sort of inner secrets about these characters that we can really mine when we finally get in the room and get to do this production on stage, So it's just a wonderful thing to be able to reach audiences virtually and connect with each other. But we would still rather have the in-person, I think,
Yes, we'll see that day again. I have no doubt. Well, I want to thank you both for taking the time today to talk to us about the show. I can't more highly recommend everyone tune in at 2 p.m. on Saturday the 26th and check out Down in the Holler. It will come to life on stage. We expect in our next season. We're going to get through this pandemic first, but we're really excited to talk with you, Val, today. Are you still joining us from across the pond? Are you in England right now?
I sure am, joining you from Bristol.
Yes, that's
nice.
So exciting to me. This is an Atlantic moment right here. So, Dewey, thank you for all your work on the show.
Absolutely.
Folks, check it out. It's going to be great. We're doing a lot of fun stuff with it, trying to, go even further into our abilities, doing virtual theater with new virtual backgrounds, some other media elements. So it'll be a fun 2 hours, and we hope to have a talk back right after that's live with the cast and Val and Dewey again. We do want to thank our sponsors for the Trustus Live virtual series, 5 Point Salon. So thank you to 5 Point Salon for all the support this fall. We've got a lot of good stuff coming up, so just stay tuned with us, folks. And Val and Dewey, we'll see you Down in the Holler next weekend. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.